The world is filled with a variety of different creatures, many of which are really strange. But before I get started, let me introduce myself. Hello and welcome to AMS TV. This is 10 of the weirdest looking animals on Earth. This is my first videos, so if you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe, drop a like, and turn on post notifications so you don't miss any future videos. Number 1. The blobfish. I'm sure most of you have seen or heard of a blobfish before. The blobfish is a deep-sea animal that lives 600 to 1,200 meters below the ocean. These slimy-looking fish can be found off the coasts of Australia, New Zealand, and Tasmania. The blobfish has little to no muscle, so it mostly just floats around and eats whatever floats right in front of it. The blobfish doesn't have muscle and bones, so the reason it turns into a blob is the intense change in pressure when it is out of the ocean. It does not look like a complete saggy and droopy blob when it is in the ocean. Number 2. The pangolins. These scaly-looking creatures can vary anywhere from 3 pounds to 73 pounds in weight and have 8 different species that can be found all over Asia and Africa. They are covered in tough, overlapping scales that grow just like hair. They are also able to roll up in a tight ball for self-defense when they feel threatened. Pangolins mostly eat termites and ants. They also may be found snacking on bee larvae, flies, worms, and crickets. These animals are one of the most threatened animals in the world. Number 3. Turritopsis nutricula. As you could probably tell, it is a type of jellyfish. Originally from the Caribbean Sea and first spotted in Colombia, these jellyfish can now be spotted all over the world. Tall and transparent, the Turritopsis nutricula can de-age its cells once it reaches adulthood. This is why they are also known as immortal jellyfish. This trait evolved in these creatures to help them live longer. Since it is a jellyfish, it has tentacles. The young ones have 8 tentacles and the adults can have up to 80 to 90 tentacles. Number 4. The sea pig. Also known as the Scotoplanes globose, the sea pig is a species of sea cucumber named after its round and pink body. For sure looks like one of the weirdest animals humans have ever discovered. These animals can grow up to 15 centimeters in length and can be found all over the world. And believe me, there are a lot of them. They will eat just about anything they find that is edible. When they have food available, hundreds of them will gather together and all have a big feast. Similarly to the blobfish, sea pigs are deep-sea animals, so they will shrivel up and die if they get close enough to the ocean's surface. They pump water around their bodies to keep themselves inflated and to prevent them from rising to the surface of the ocean. They are actually pretty good at defending themselves too, with their toxic chemicals on their skin. Number 5. The pink fairy armadillo. This fuzzy caterpillar lobster-looking creature, also known as a sand swimmer, is the smallest species of armadillo. Ranging around 13 centimeters in length, it is small enough to fit in your hand. These animals live in the sandy plains of South America. They are able to quickly navigate through the sands, which is why the sand swimmer is a clever name for them. Their pink coloring comes from their blood being pumped into their shell for thermoregulation. This helps maintain a steady core temperature in the hot and dry climate they live in. Number 6. The sarcastic fringehead. This weird-looking creature is very small but has a large mouth and an aggressive territorial behavior. When a fish attacks this animal, it looks like Demogorgon from Stranger Things. With its big head, the sarcastic fringehead flares its mouth open and aggressively kisses the enemy to defend its territory. It looks even funnier when 2 fringeheads are having a battle for their territory. They both just press their mouths on each other as if they were kissing. These animals can mostly be found off the coast of California. Number 7. The Pacific barrel-eye fish. This marine submersible-looking fish has ultra-sensitive eyes that are, no surprise here, shaped like a barrel. These tubed eyes are usually directed upwards. This allows the animal to see through the top of its head and detect the silhouettes of overhead prey. This fish can be found in the waters of the Atlantic, Pacific, and Indian Oceans. Number 8. The red-lipped batfish. Also known as the Galapagos batfish, this weird-looking creature waddles along the seafloor using its modified fins as legs. It looks like it's ready for a night on the town. Like many other strange animals, this adaptation may be for the males to attract a mate. But there is not enough research on this yet. They can be found near Cocos Island, which is off the Pacific coast of Costa Rica. Number 9. The Star-Nosed Mole. Considered the geologists of the animal kingdom, the star-nosed mole can detect seismic waves with 25,000 sensory receptors that make up the fleshy tentacles around its nose. The star-nosed mole is the only mole that lives at swamps, and it may be able to detect faint electrician signals from prey in the water. Additionally, it can also smell underwater by blowing air bubbles and sucking them back into its nose. The star-nosed mole also is the fastest eater in the world. The creature is able to gulp up a meal in a quarter of a second. And last, but not least, number 10. The Proboscis monkey. The proboscis monkey is a long-nosed monkey with reddish hair and a long tail. These Squidward-looking monkeys can be anywhere from 2 to 3 feet tall. Shockingly, proboscis monkeys are known for being great swimmers. They jump from tree branches and hit the water with a belly flop. And there it is, 10 of the weirdest animals in the world. Thank you for watching. If you made it this far, you might as well subscribe, like the video, turn on my post notifications, and comment down below your favorite weird animal.